back in time, it's 83. Wrestling heroes on your TV. On Irish fight, free bucks take flight. Pondwater Dave and Timmy C tonight. World class flashback, here we go. Action-packed show, don't miss it, you know. Legends roar, in the ring they soar. Memories old, but the action's pure. Championship gold, stories unfold. Join the ride where tales are told. World class flashback, here we go. Action-packed show, don't miss it, you know.
Hello and welcome to World Class Flashback. I am your host, Timmy C, joined tonight not only by the Shamalama Ding Dong himself, Pondwater Dave. I have my lady Sarah with me. Sarah, say hi.
Hi.
Hi, Sarah.
Pondwater,
Hi,
Welcome to
Dave.
the show.
how's it
Thank
going?
you.
Man, I'm hanging in here.
Finer than a frog hair split four ways?
Yeah. If I was any better, I'd have to be twins just so I could stand it. Ready to jump into some late 1983 world-class wrestling with y'all.
We're coming near the end of the year here in World Class. Pondwater contends that Andre the Giant's going to show up tonight. I don't know about
The
it.
last episode said it was Andre on this episode, so you think they would go in the description, but WWE rewrote all that, so you never know.
I would still put Andre there. He seems
think
to be a
so.
draw wherever he went. It doesn't really matter.
I don't unless they skip that episode and we're on to this one.
But we
Because-
are going to get Bruiser Brody challenging Michael Hayes in the main event. So Bruiser Brody's going to be here. You get Bruiser Brody and Andre the Giant on a card that's not in Japan in 1983.
Yeah,
You're doing pretty good.
I agree wholeheartedly. I'm gonna. This was October.
First was the air date, so it was probably the 16th of September.
Bringing up the cage.
It's okay. You can here's how we do it here.
Well, I was like gonna be like, all right, I'll keep us.
Nah.
I was like, I'll keep us full.
It's a great sound.
Right?
So this is going in October.
No, this aired in October.
Aired October 1st of 83.
So probably the 23rd or the 16th is what I'm guessing.
And we have Michael Hayes and Bruiser Brody.
Correct.
Get back into September. I'm looking. This is great. Great.
If we had
Sorry.
only done this research before the show aired.
All right. We do not have Andre the Giant tonight.
Damn it. Lying bastards.
They must have cut that episode. Because I got excited last week and they said next week.
So next week on World Class Flashback, we're going to watch WrestleMania 3 because we know Andre the Giant's on that.
Well, this was taped on the 23rd of September.
That checks out. So that would be when it was. I think we skipped an episode. We didn't skip it. WWE skipped it.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty damn disappointing.
It's okay. We got Bruiser Brody, we got Michael Hayes. Chris Adams probably gonna show up and screw some bitch in a trailer park. It'll be great. So without further ado, let's get to the wrestling. Hit play in 3, 2, 1, play.
Presented in the most complete form possible due to original production technical
Because the Von
difficulties.
Erichs didn't know how to store VHS or beta tapes.
Yeah,
It was 1983.
that'll happen.
We're lucky it's not on.
You're right, beta, not VHS.
We're lucky it's not on microfiche at this point.
Well, it's mobile, so like microfiche didn't exactly move a lot.
While we're waiting for the intro to finish, let's say happy birthday, a happy 68th birthday to Kevin Von Erich today. As we
A happy birthday to him. You think he wore
68
shoes
years
today?
old.
I thought you said 68.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Next year he can turn around.
Yeah, he'd turn over.
Super heavy.
Look at Michael Hayes with the bow tie.
My dog has that same bow tie.
Piper looks more dapper. It's okay.
Bill,
And less fur.
Bill Mercer's up at the booth, up at his desk tonight. He's not down at ringside like we sometimes see him.
Usually, if we see him at ringside, it's the
We're
end.
going to get David and the Mongol. That's going to be a good match. Johnny Mantel and Rathke, which is going to probably suck a ball.
And it'll be Rathke sucking it. The hell's Harley Race doing here?
They're showing. Oh, they're doing a throwback. This is Kevin Von Erich and Harley Race from Reunion Arena at International Star Wars.
It was in June. Yeah, they're way back.
If I'm guessing, they're showing this because Harley's coming to town and wrestling the Iceman. Oh, what a drop kick by Kevin Von Erich.
How much perm material do you think Harley had to put in that fro?
I think that's natural.
I think the curl is natural. It ain't natural to be that tight, though. He needs some relaxer up in there.
Kevin's agility to go from the floor to the top ropes and balance is pretty
Not
impressive.
the floor. From the mat to the
Yeah.
top rope. If he went from the floor to the top rope, he'd be Spider-Man. All right. Manning, tuck your goddamn shirt
What I'm
in.
thinking,
Quit
it's
doing
irritating the shit out of me because he don't normally wear stripes, but if he's gonna wear the stripes, tuck them in.
Especially if they're going to hang down below your balls.
Oh, reverse
I think they were
suplex,
probably in the back
put in
at
the
this point.
sleeper. He's got the sleeper hold on.
They were in the back at this point, and Manning was walking around there in his normal Adidas thing, and Harley probably said, "You're not going to wear that shit while you're reffing, are you?" And then David Manning stole someone's ref shirt.
Look at Kevin's leg. Look at the muscles popping on his leg.
My legs are bigger. He need to do some squats.
But that whole time Kevin was applying those holds, he was flexing.
Well, of course, because he's a prima donna.
Harley jumped over the top rope. Harley jumped over the top rope trying to cause a disqualification. Because I need to tell you, in this match, if Harley gets disqualified, Kevin is the champion. Now Harley's mad because David Manning didn't disqualify Kevin.
Should tell him to tuck his damn shirt in.
Harley Race is a master of saving that title.
Did he just say he could jump over that top rope all night long? So could Kevin. That should have been the thing. Instead of a match, they should have just been jumping over the top rope and hopping back in. Whoever lasts longer wins.
Yeah, the only reason I can imagine that they've gone back and shown this is that Harley's coming to town, because I'm going to pop over here on Cage Match and see if Harley pops up in the results soon after this.
Well, Pondwater, we had a show last night covering the NFL schedule release. How do you feel about your beloved Cowboys schedule?
I didn't see it. They're not my beloved Cowboys.
They have
We're taking a break.
They have 6 primetime games. How the hell does a team that went 6-10 get 6 primetime games?
Troy Aikman said with a straight face he thought they were going to win Super Bowl this year. And I'm like, what the?
Apparently, he's been taking a break from watching the Cowboys.
Because he's normally very critical of them. According to the results, Harley Race is going to, October the 3rd, will be defending the world title against Kamala in Fort Worth. He's going to be there on the 2nd. He beats Kevin beats him by DQ on the 2nd of October in San Antonio.
Wait a minute. Did you say Harley faces Kamala?
Yes, defending against Kamala.
I see that.
It was a Fort Worth show. So,
so, honey, this is the dumbest wrestling move in history.
So they're doing it because
this is a submission move.
That's what you do every weekend to me.
Why do it from behind?
That is the iron
he's
claw.
Just grabbing his head and squeezing.
Oh, I was gonna say I like my hair pulled, but I mean that's kind of weird.
It's the iron claw.
Oh,
it's the iron claw.
And you might think it's a dumb move, but think about it for a second. If a man with muscles like Kerry or Kevin and David with the big hands,
ain't got no finger muscles.
I mean,
ow! I give.
Oh, you don't think Danny Hodge with that grip that Danny Hodge is famous for, the claw hold that he put on your head wouldn't hurt?
No. I think I would spit in his face. Now he might kick my ass after that, but I would be like, your claw's bullshit. Now, the only claw I will respect is the stomach claw, because someone grabs your damn stomach,
it hurts.
It's gonna hurt. But you grabbing my whole skull, no, that shit's bone and ain't gonna hurt.
Harley's attacking the shoulder. Kevin showed that he hurt his shoulder. That's what Harley's going after. Now Kevin's look at the
I don't even know what that move is or what he was trying to do.
He was trying to with the legs. He was trying to use the leg scissors.
Dick grab. The claw on the dick would definitely hurt. Nice flip. You think he's in AEW?
See if Kevin tries to.
By the way, Ric Flair puts on a more entertaining match as champ than Harley Race does. Harley does not do a lot of movement. At least Flair did a lot of movement.
Yeah, I'm telling you, we need to watch Harley Race and Kerry Von Erich from July of '82. I think Kerry matched up with Harley Race better than anybody else. I think Kerry's match with Harley Race is better than Kerry's match with Flair. And look at the NWA belt just laying on the table.
That could have been because Kerry was stoned out of his damn mind for the match with Flair. I mean, he might have been stoned out of his mind for the match.
Dude, I saw Kerry. I saw Kerry and Flair go an hour, and it was a good match. They called it an hour. Really, it was 50
Well,
minutes.
I think that When the lights got real bright, Kerry had to go medicate so he didn't get too excited. I that's my theory on the whole thing.
Now, see, Kevin tried to twist the arm and whip him into the corner and had to let go because of that shoulder. And Harley's just smacking that shoulder. And Kevin heard it right there, heard it when he landed. He's going to keep selling that. He's going to sell that shoulder the rest of the match.
They punch like women, by the way.
You're lucky I don't beat you.
I do enjoy the working little body part, though. That's...
Well, I mean, he showed the weakness, and that's what you're going to attack. Harley Race is the greatest wrestler on God's green earth.
According to him. I tend to think it's Kenny Omega, but...
I want to thank you if you're joining us over here on, we're broadcasting live on the Mark Out Moments channel.
And the Ram Network. Back to back.
He put, oh, look at it. He gave him backhanded Harley.
I think it was a chop.
And when we're talking about Mark Out Moments, I was in this crowd. I was in this crowd, and I know that there was several matches on this show that I was pretty fond of seeing.
Shoulder breaker.
When Bruiser Brody and Kerry Von Erich defeated the Freebirds for the American Tag Team titles on this card, I definitely marked out.
But unfortunately, that was in June, and we are now here in October. And watching matches from June.
Well, like I said, they're doing this because Harley's coming to the Harley's going to do a run in the territory. Manning keeps checking on Kevin's shoulder.
Is this going to be a he can't continue thing?
Oh, no. You don't remember this?
Nah. It was June.
Yeah, June 10th. I missed Reunion Arena. It was a good arena. I understand why they upgraded it.
Now it's what, American Airlines?
American Airlines Center. Yeah, Reunion's they demolished it.
And the Sportatorium.
And Texas Stadium.
Gotta admit though, Jerry's World's pretty damn nice.
It is. It hits.
And actually American Airlines Arena is pretty nice too.
Oh, it's great. It's great.
A little gaudy for my taste, but
look at there. Look at there. He's got that leg scissors, kind of like almost like a bear hug. But Harley's, he's smart enough to get into the ropes and force the break.
see, I think I'd have pooped myself, and then he'd have let that go. Like, oh, hey, can't be dealing with that.
David Manning tells an interesting story about going out with Harley one night.
Like on a date? Or
no, they went to a bar and Harley wanted to shoot pool, and people would put their quarters on the table to get in line to play pool. And he said Harley went over and just knocked everybody's quarters off on the floor and put his on there and said, "I'm next."
Yep. He'd have had to whip my ass at that point because I'd have been like, motherfucker. That'd have been it. That'd have been that point where he and I had to fight.
Dang, Kevin landed on the camera.
That probably didn't feel great.
He said that Harley was drinking and driving. Okay, David's come out. David's come out to check on his brother. He's telling him, hey, Kev's pushed him off, says, no, Dave, I got this. And Race is relentlessly back on him. Race has a history with David. Oh. And Harley, look at that. Harley kicked David in the head.
Oh, right in the head.
They say, oh, no.
Too bad he didn't do any damage.
Boom. And Kevin's disqualified. And this is where the push for David Von Erich to challenge for the World Heavyweight Championship had started.
I think if I'd have been Kevin, I'd have been pissed. You got me disqualified, you son of a bitch.
There was something wrestling related on the radio this morning, and I was looking it up on my way to work.
We'll share with the
Well, David is just manhandling David Manning. He's looking at that world belt. That world belt would look good on David.
Whoa, the guy in the background there with that hat. Holy shit.
That's Bill Colville. That's his bodyguard. If you've watched Hollywood Demons, you saw him. He was prominently featured on that episode of Hollywood Demons. The Real
That's
Iron
whose
Claw.
bodyguard?
The Von Erichs.
He has a 14-gallon hat. It's not even a 10-gallon hat.
David's letting Harley Race know how to cow eat the cabbage.
By the way, the 10 pounds of gold, not really 10 pounds. Or gold, actually. Probably a little heavier than 10 pounds.
I don't know, though, because the original one was done by a jeweler, and it had 72 pieces on it. But no, it's probably closer to 8 pounds.
And probably not gold. Probably nickel, gold-plated.
No, it's gold-plated. Probably zinc. Zinc, it was gold-plated.
Tom Zinc? That lady in the sweater, or hold on, her arms just match her shirt. Never mind. That lady in the moo, not impressed. With her arms crossed.
Well, that was fun to go back and see that. So Harley Race escapes with his championship.
What are you doing? What are you shaking? Well, he is an elderly, so oh, that's really good with vodka, by the way.
Very good.
Well, I'm taking medicine for my nerve damage, and I don't believe mixing alcohol with it would be a good idea.
Seems like it'd be fine.
It's all right.
It all numbs your nerves. What's it matter?
And then I'm gonna have I'm gonna have a pain pill before bed. There's Bill look at that mustache on Bill.
It's a mustache. I mean, that's like mustache.
Look at that bald spot on Bill.
Should probably move that hair over.
It's David talking about.
All day long. Hello, Von Erich. Let's get the thing started, man.
Oh, now they're showing the valet for a day.
This is like a catch-up episode. What are we doing?
We're watching valet for a day now.
I've seen that. So basically, all the new content we're going to get from this is the final match.
Well, it says we're going to get David in the Mongol. We're getting David in the Mongol. We're going to get somebody, Johnny Mantell versus Rathke. I'm looking to see if David.
By the way, those pants he's wearing brought to you by members only.
Just wonder if we got David and Jimmy Garvin coming up for anything.
Is he wearing sandals? I like that. I'm impressed.
David's wrestling Jimmy Garvin in San Antonio.
But now he's got work boots on.
He's got a post hole digger.
He's not doing real well with it.
What the?
Hey, on October 5th, David Von Erich defeated Harley Race in Lawton, Oklahoma.
So,
Then at the
whoa!
Sportatorium-
Hey!
We may get Harley Race and the Iceman on an episode.
You know how many people would lose their mind with him shooting his gun over that guy's head?
Oh, today? Yeah.
Pondwater's gonna have to hide his boner here in a second.
The dog?
Not the dog.
Oh.
The wet chick
Oh, yeah.
rubbing the dog.
Oh, I was like, but the dog is so cute. Oh.
Sunshine got them things thinking.
Oh, spit on that thing.
I was gonna say she's a spitter.
Is that peanut butter on her face?
Which one? Oh, poor dog.
He looks pretty happy.
He's getting all the love.
They're just yelling around him. Hey, dog. Hey, dog.
Why does this feel like a really bad porn?
I wonder why
This was
that.
a wrestling promo back in the. This is
I don't
actually
understand
better
that.
one.
I don't understand why they're recapping this again because
Me either. Well, I also don't understand
he's
why
the
he's got a
Ameri-
1969 Ford extended cab truck. I didn't even know those existed.
But I don't think David's only crossing paths with Garvin now in tag matches because Garvin's in a program with Chris Adams for the American Championship.
She's wearing her heels. Elk's been lost a few.
Oh, this is funny. Sarah, they had a match that if the winner had to be the other guy's valet for a day.
Gotcha.
And he got to bring his woman. Well, that's actually his cousin, but
Yeah,
Difference.
her name is Sunshine. His first valet was named.
yes. All right, you host. I'll be right back.
His first valet's name was Precious, and
Scary thing.
when he was awarded when he was gifted the valet Precious, he started losing matches because he wasn't worried about his opponent. He was trying to impress Precious.
Oh.
Well, then Precious was replaced by Sunshine because Garvin's wife at home, it was the valet Precious was causing him problems at the house. So he nipped that in the bud and replaced him with his cousin Sunshine, Valerie. So then she started traveling with him. And then we're fixing to see, we just saw that she showed up because he gave Sunshine an assistant. Her name was Precious, which is his wife.
Yeah.
It's Precious number 2. And then she cost him a match and blamed it on Sunshine. And now Sunshine's helping his rival, Chris Adams.
Okay.
All right, Mark Lawrence is in the ring. We're back to action at the Sportatorium. Notice all the kids get to come up to the ring and try to get autographs. We got Bill Rathke.
This is wild. This is still 1983.
This is 83.
Okay. Yeah, I was like a whole 2 years old.
I was 22.
No.
I was
Close.
17.
We were all young. I was barely out of the womb, but yeah, all young.
Some of us younger than others.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Who in the hell is that?
That looks like a toddler. Like a
We got
really
Bill-
big,
In a really bad outfit.
like
That's
remember-
Bill
It
Rath.
looks like one of those AI TikTok videos of a baby.
Do you remember Huey the Duck?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
You mean Howard the dog?
Howard? No, Huey. Baby Huey. Isn't
Well,
baby
he kind of
Huey?
looks like baby Huey.
Isn't baby Huey a duck?
No.
And he's going against Johnny Manziel. I hope it's not a time limit draw. There's no times listed on these.
He looks angry. I think he might have been in over the top. I'm not sure. Looks like
According to the TV schedule, Tim, our next taping, we're going to have Kamala and Art Cruz, Chris Adams, Johnny Manziel against Buddy Roberts and Michael Hayes,
Is Andre
Von
the
Eric-
Giant showing up on that one?
David and Garvin, Jose Lothario and the Mongol, Michael Hayes and Johnny Manziel, Boris Zukov, Mike Reed, Jimmy Garvin, Art Cruz, and Harley Race and Iceman King Parsons for the title.
I'm beginning to think Andre the Giant never showed up in Texas.
He was there. I was there.
Did you piggyback him to the ring, or
No.
All right, share the link with me for this. I'm gonna get us a viewer. That sounds sad.
what?
My friend Amy.
Now we know you're lying. You ain't got no friends.
You are my friend. Get your own beer, bitch.
Good. That's
No.
right there. I cannot get over the look of Bill Rathke.
Yeah.
Did he think this was a good look, or like, I get he's a heel, but damn.
I think the last time I checked on Bill Rathke.
He pulled his wedgie.
I think he wrestled in St. Louis a lot. The banner on the wall over there at the Sportatorium says "Win a Bronco too."
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, you could still win a Bronco too today.
You know, Bill's got a look, but he's very technically sound.
Honestly, he looks like a Doc Hendricks swallowed a Michael P.S. Hayes.
Looks
That's
like
kind of what he
if
looks
Percy
like.
Pringle and Michael Hayes had a baby.
Yeah. I was getting ready to say earlier that he looks like he could have been managed by Percy Pringle. The yellow has some. You can't do the yellow. Keep it all black. You'd have been fine.
Have you heard the news about gingers?
That they're really black.
That's what I heard.
Interesting.
I sent my daughters a message. I sent them a video.
They're gingers.
And I sent them. Yeah, both my daughters are gingers, and
So are you black, or is
just from the waist down.
lies?
But I sent them a message, and I said, "Well, apparently, according to TikTok, y'all are black. And this is exciting news. I cannot wait for our next cookout."
You better be bringing some rib tips.
And my youngest daughter responded. She said, "Yep, I'm red velvet."
We're talking about gingers being black.
One of my best friends is a ginger. Actually, most of my family.
Is she black?
Very.
All right, the General Skandar Akbar is in the ring with the Mongol.
And the referee that won't get down to make a count.
Looks like Bronco's been putting a little dye in that hair. It's not
I
as
think
gray
I'm
as it
gonna do
normally
this
is.
to my hair.
I'll be moving back to Nashville if you do that.
The
Against
Mongo's hair looks good. Or would
David
you
Von
prefer
Erich.
this? So you pick. You can have that, or you can have the other guy.
Have what? Lord
By the
Farquaad?
way, yeah, Lord Farquaad. That's
Lord
basically what he looks like.
Sarah, how old do you think that referee is?
In 1983?
Look at
Yeah.
all that brokering. Brokering. Right there.
With my luck, he's like 38.
No.
Either 38 or like 86.
But how old do you think he is?
53.
Not a bad guess. He's 57.
I was not. That's not
You're
bad.
a lot. I'd have been like
I'm 59 right now.
All
I
right.
thought he was older. I thought he was a lot older than that. When I found out he was 57, and man, that's a hard 57.
So now, when Pondwater refs on the weekend,
We'll be
he
like,
only gets down on one knee and counts. He's like, I'm older than him.
oh my God.
I can still get up and down.
That's what Tep says. Is he rocking a mustache? What are we doing here?
Hold on.
There you go. That's how you do it. So, Pondwater, when do you think we ought to do our blackjack brawl?
Maybe
This
Sunday?
weekend?
Sunday?
We do. Oh, you probably reffing Saturday, aren't you?
No, but no. Me and Amy are going to be guests on the Double Drop Kick podcast Saturday night.
What time?
Oh, I can't do anything Sunday. It's my wife's birthday.
What time? What time Saturday?
The podcast is at 7,
Damn.
and I'm gonna be at a softball tournament all day long.
You may join us for the second and third hour. You're still playing softball?
My granddaughter does.
Oh. I was going to say, you're an elderly. You're not allowed to play softball. I guess you could be like the designated hitter.
No, it's the tournament, and we're going to go watch
State?
it. I
Regional,
think this is the state tournament.
She going to win? Do they do fast pitch now or slow pitch?
It's fast pitch.
Nice.
They swapped that over when I was in high school.
Yeah, she plays
Like,
fast
hey,
pitch.
by the way, we've been playing slow pitch.
I think they're going to be really
fast
good. This is like a summer league, but it's their high school team, and I think they're going to be really good this year. This is the first off season they've had with their new coaches. You know, we got them right as the season started last year, and they've got a pitching machine that simulates all kinds of stuff, and he's been working with them on hitting. And
should have let me know. I was in Indianapolis. Could have hooked you up with Camille, renowned softball player.
Camille played softball. Was not aware.
Yes, she was very good in college. Kaylee,
I know her name.
Kaylee something. I'm gonna.
Where'd she play college ball at?
Hold on. Give me a second. I'll tell you.
I played softball for a long time.
Kaylee Farmer's her name, isn't it?
Kaylee Farmer. That's it.
That was not that good.
We're talking over a really good match here. It's a very competitive match with David and the Mongol. Sarah, David Von Erich was my favorite of the Von Erich brothers. This is September 23rd of 1983. He's going to pass away February 10th of 84.
Really?
Yes.
So what do you, drugs or just?
Enteritis of the lower intestine.
Blockage?
Yeah, they said that it went septic.
Oh, it died. Yeah, that's oof. That's got to be painful.
He didn't feel good. He thought he had the flu. Went
Damn.
to Japan because they didn't miss dates and died in Japan.
How old was he?
25.
25. Holy cow.
He's the second. He's the second of 6 brothers that passed away. His oldest brother Jack was electrocuted when he was 6 years old. David's got the claw on the Mongol.
Damn.
Okay, so Kaylee Farmer played at Campbell University in North Carolina and compiled, listen to this, a 493 batting average, 41 doubles, 18 homers, and 114 RBIs.
Damn.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Career 493.
Yeah.
That's badass.
Look at David's putting that thumbs down. He's calling for it. I'm putting him down with this claw. David was the most believable. I mean, like if you were gonna fight, see, he's making him blow him. You can't do
What?
it on YouTube.
He's making him what?
Blow him. You can't do it on YouTube. All right. Now he's putting him down on his shoulders. Bronco's down there checking them shoulders.
Apparently, there was a Lauren Farmer in Kentucky that was much better than.
All right, Bronco's called for the bell. He didn't even make a 3 count. It just said he was gone.
I think it's funny that their website is Go Camels.
Oh, the camel toes.
All right, yeah, here we
Same
go.
thing. Hey,
Oh.
but what we're doing here is we've established David's claw because David's doing a lot of stuff with Kamala, and we've established that Kamala's scared of the iron claw. He does not want that on his head.
That dude's got boobies. He's got mams.
Akbar is not happy. He's going to talk to the crowd.
Answer to this match. Is it correct? I and only I.
Okay, so we were a little wrong here because I actually pulled up her statistics and she hit a career 159 in 64 games.
Okay. It's
Had
a long way
11
off from 493.
11 hits in college. I don't know whose stats I was looking at.
Oh, we have blood. He's
Oh.
busted open from the claw.
I think we should do an experiment.
Yeah, I want someone to put a claw on me till I bleed.
All right,
Nope, not bleeding yet.
It'll be like domestic
we're
violence.
starting in progress because they couldn't
you
play
see
the
this guy
music.
here,
The
honey?
music was probably playing, so they just started the action and
Audio?
the music
Yeah.
was cut off.
He's one of the most influential guys behind the scenes in wrestling now.
Who is it?
Michael P.S. Hayes.
Yeah, I know exactly who that is. No, I don't.
He was a free bird.
He's not. You're always a free bird. Never. There ain't no former free birds.
Like the Boy Scouts? You're always an Eagle Scout?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
Or wait, no, that was a Marine. That's a
kind of
Marine.
the
Never mind.
polar opposite, actually, of being a Boy Scout. If you were a free bird,
And that's Bruiser Brody.
he's dead.
He was
He got
murdered.
stabbed
He was
in
murdered
Puerto
in a shower. He's murdered in a shower in Puerto Rico.
Sounds like a hit.
It kind of was, yeah.
Dude got away with it.
Yeah, because it's Puerto Rico.
What do you expect?
Jose Gonzalez, Invader
By the
number
way,
1.
kind of, expresses the wrestling business. A lot of unsavory characters in wrestling.
I would say more so back then than now,
Yeah.
right? Because they're so regulated.
I mean, there's no killing, but still very unsavory.
Oh, Gordy said, no, we're not having this.
Lots of con men.
So this was a
So
quick
that's
one.
the end of that, huh?
Yeah, outside interference. Terry
By the way,
Gordy's in
why is
there.
he wearing a hot dog casing?
Oh, he's going to get that spike. He's got that spike. Oh, get
It's
David
a
Manning out of the
thumb.
way. Oh, we're spiking Bruiser Brody. We know the Von Erichs are there. Somebody needs to get down there and help him.
I think he's done ripped the armpit out of his shirt.
Oh, it's Chris Adams. Oh, nope.
It was Chris Adams. Then he punched him in the side of the head.
Gordy ain't having that. Oh, look at that. A fan jumped up there. It was a chick, too.
I don't think that
was not a
chick.
that was not a chick.
Oh, okay.
That was Pondwater Dave.
All right, we got. Oh, wow.
Kerry Von
took
Erich going
that's a hell
flying.
to the floor, and there were no pads
It's a
on those.
chick. Oh no, it's just Kerry.
I bet you every time that Gordy doesn't let go,
By the way, Brody just kicked Chris Adams in the head.
I guarantee you every time that Terry Gordy's not letting go, Brody then selling those kicks. Brody started kicking him a little harder.
He pulled him by the hair.
Is he wearing the original Uggs with big boots?
Well, he did wear big furry boots. Yes, as part of his gimmick, he was.
And he made a noise. He'd go huss, huss, huss.
Oh, okay.
By the way, the lady in Texas wearing the Union Jack on her shirt, no one in the audience knew what that was. Chris Adams, literally the only guy in that building that knew.
He's like, my ear hurts. I'm gonna punch him in the nuts.
By the way, in 1983 Championship Wrestling, as far as the crowd went, do you know what the most common thing between a set of titties was?
Cocaine.
A belly button.
Oh, that was close. I like my answer better.
I mean, no, cocaine was between Kerry Von Erich's titties.
Chris Adams showed up to help Bruiser Brody and ended up getting the worst of it.
Mainly because Bruiser was kicking him in the head. Damn, I missed.
All right, we're talking to Terry Gordy.
Tonight, let me tell you this, Bill Mercer. I'm here to clean up a little of this mess going on around here. Your Orioles.
I don't want to track too much of it. But he's telling Bill Mercer that he's here to clean up some of this mess.
He needed to shave his upper lip.
Terry Gordy's one of the best big men to ever do it. He started when he was 13 years old.
He's 15.
They put him under a mask and called him the Yankee. And then he was at 16. He was wrestling, and they didn't know how old he was. That's how big he was.
Like a fat 8-year-old kid that's like,
He
Started calling him baby.
They
They called him Baby Huey a lot. They chanted Baby Huey at him.
All right, so that's the end of that episode.
So the next TV taping they do, well, we probably got more after that one for the next episode. But in 2 weeks, we'll be on to the next taping, and maybe we'll get the Iceman and Harley race. But
I'm still waiting for Andre the Giant to show up.
maybe I saw that on that other watch along we did.
So next week, we're watching WrestleMania 3, just so we can see Andre the Giant.
I'm looking to see what we just watched. So we had Johnny Mantell, we had David Von Erich, we had Bruiser Brody. So next week we're going to have Buddy Roberts and Johnny Mantell, the Iceman and Bill Rathke, Chris Adams and David Von Erich against Boris Zukov and the Mongol, and Terry Gordy and Kerry Von Erich. So that's what our lineup is on the next show.
So still no Andre. Damn it.
Man, I know that we watched it, and I saw that where it said that. But
Well, We plan on watching Blackjack Brawl this weekend. Maybe Andre the Giant will show up there.
I don't think he will.
I don't think he will. The payday wasn't big enough. But you don't need a big payday to find us on the Ram Network. $1 a month will get you all of this.
Well, Tim, this was fun. Sarah, what'd you think about World Class Wrestling in 1983?
I mean, it's definitely a blast from the past.
It's an acquired taste.
It's an acquired.
Do you like modern day wrestling?
No, not really.
Okay.
Well,
she prefers old wrestling to modern day wrestling.
I like the the backstories. Well, whatever we were watching, I don't know, it was on Peacock or something.
Yeah,
I came home from work and her and my son were watching like the 24 series where
like Hardy
follow
Boys
behind the scenes, and
I like that stuff. I enjoy that.
This was an interesting time in wrestling because the stories that they were telling, they had several going on, and it wasn't just the Von Erichs all the time, because all the way down the cards you had personal conflicts. Like we had that Chris Adams and Jimmy Garvin have a conflict, and they're working right now. Buddy Roberts and Iceman have had one going on. The Iceman is going to get set on fire pretty soon by the Super Destroyers.
Well, he's an Iceman.
So then,
okay.
And that was when he brings Andre in against Super Destroyers. It's probably going to be. I bet you that I saw that when we were watching the Christmas. The Christmas. It was the episode after Christmas. That's what it was. Is because we had to watch an episode that had the David Von Erich and Ric Flair match.
I bet that's why
we went ahead and watched. You dipped early. You dipped early, and me and TJ finished that. So yeah, we'll get to that when we get into 1984. It'll be right one of the first
3
episodes.
months away.
Yeah, that's where I saw it.
Okay. Well,
that's where I saw it.
Until we get to 3 months away, thank you for joining us.
Spoiler alert, they're going to set Iceman King Parsons on fire.
I can't wait for that. I want to see.
There's all kinds of stories being told. I mean, the Von Erichs and the Freebirds hate each other, and that is the feud. But it splinters off, and with the Von Erich brothers trying to get the NWA World Title. It's just at that time
I love that he's trying to get you into world class.
No, I'm just explaining to her that
I watched it. I watched it when I was a kid. Like my dad and I would watch it, but that was in probably the late 80s. So
well, I'm just trying to paint the picture of how hot this territory was. Is that they didn't just rely on a main event story. There were stories all the way down the card. And that
sounds complicated. Sounds complicated without social media.
If they'd have got the referees, engaged and all dressing the same, they'd have done way better.
But you say that without social media, but here's the deal. We saw the match with Kevin Von Erich and Harley Race.
Correct.
I did not know Harley Race was the world champion until I got to the arena. It was scheduled to be Kevin Von Erich and Ric Flair. But Harley Race had won the championship.
October rolled around, you knew he was the champion, though.
Yeah, but once Harley won the championship, we didn't know. Because if we had the internet back then, we would have known, but the title changed hands, so Harley takes Flair's schedule, and we didn't learn until we got to the building. And another time, I went to the Great American Bash, and it was supposed to be Ric Flair defending the title against Dusty Rhodes, but Dusty won the championship the night before, so his first title defense was in Dallas, and it was Dusty Rhodes defending the championship against Ric Flair. But we didn't know till we got to the building because
Darren Staley finally shows up
with a Ronnie Millsaps.
No, it's Ronnie Millsap.
Yeah, but he said he puts an S on it.
All right. Sorry, Darren. You caught us at the end. We are going home. Pondwater, tell them where they can find us.
World Class Flashback exclusively on the Ram Network. Thank you for joining us, everybody.
Thanks, guys.